guys, welcome to the show. I am your host, Ali Fedotowsky, and this is Love Buzz, the show where we talk about my two very favorite things in the world, relationships and reality TV. This show is very exciting today because there is huge news in the Bachelor world, in the reality TV love world, and that is that we have a very new Bachelorette. But not just any Bachelorette, this is a historic Bachelorette, and we're gonna talk about that later on in the show. So I wanna know what you guys think throughout the whole episode, so make sure you tweet me with the hashtag LoveBuzz and tell us your thoughts on the show. Okay, tonight is going to be a great show. I have some really special guests here today. Carrie, she is an awesome blogger from Reality TV with B, and also from Married at First Sight, David, but David now has a spin-off show, which I'm so excited about, and that is Married at First Sight Second Chances. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello. Okay,
Thanks
this is gonna be, oh my, I'm so excited. David,
I'm excited.
You don't understand the super fan that I am.
All right.
You really don't. I watched every episode. I was like cheering for you. I was crying with you. I mean,
A lot
We're
of
on the
tears.
same page.
A lot of tears.
yeah, intense shows. This show really, it's all about second chances, right? Because Rachel, the new Bachelorette, is getting her second chance. You have your second chance of love, which I love. And later on in the show, we're gonna check in with my friend and the original Bachelorette, Trista Sutter.
Let's talk about one of my favorite shows, Married at First Sight.
The reason I started watching Married at First Sight is I was scrolling through, you know, my TV guide and I saw Married at First Sight and I was like, what is this? Who would get married at first sight? I have to watch this show. And it's funny, at first I thought it was so extreme, but now after watching it, like, I'm like, if I wasn't engaged to be married, like, I might do this show because it's so fun.
Absolutely. I mean, like, how cool would it be? And I thought about this when I was debating about going on MAFS or not. Just like
Maths, I like that. That's Married at First Sight.
MAFS.
That's insiders.
That's what the insiders call it, MAFS. We could go on Married at First Sight. Like, when it works, like, how cool is it to be able to show your children, your future children, like, you know, I'm not just gonna tell you how I met your mom or I met your father. I'm gonna be able to show you, like, sit down and watch it all play out. That's so cool.
We're gonna watch a clip.
Okay.
This is it. Let's do it. I'm nervous, you know. Who wouldn't be nervous in this situation? But I'm excited. Yeah. Breathe. Breathe. I want to be married. I want a family. And marriage is making yourself be a better person.
Oh my goodness. I start to freak out. What the heck am I doing? Like, I am about to marry a stranger.
Oh my God, she's beautiful.
David Norton.
Nice to meet you, David.
Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
David. She was hyperventilating. She looked pretty nervous up there.
I do have doubts. I'm starting to feel that maybe this wasn't the best choice for me.
Ashley Doherty, David Norton, may I have the honor and privilege of introducing you to each other.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, what is it like watching that? Were there any red flags? Did you notice anything?
So first, she was stunning walking down the aisle. I mean, she came out and she looked gorgeous. I mean, I'll still say this, like, I had the prettiest bride in the world. I'll still say that to this day.
You are so sweet. This is why we love you.
She's walking down. I remember her breathing really heavily and hyperventilating. I was like, man, I hope she doesn't pass out. I hope she doesn't run the other direction.
We were thinking that too, watching.
But one thing, and I picked up on it, and I didn't really realize what it meant until I've gotten to know Ashley, and I've never said this to anyone. This is groundbreaking. Was the biggest thing about Ashley and I was my side of the altar is packed, like standing room. Her side, there was, you know, maybe less than a dozen people on her side, and that describes Ashley and I in a nutshell.
Friends.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm really outgoing. I have all these great friends that I do a lot of great things with, and that
she has a
support each
small
other.
circle,
and she has a super small circle. She's really introverted. She keeps, you know, everything close to her chest, and that's a huge difference.
Especially when you only have a few weeks to try and figure this all out.
Yeah. You know, I was still hopeful with Married at First Sight. You know, I was still hopeful that day when she walked down. I really wanted a family to come of this, and I wouldn't have done Married at First Sight if I didn't think that it could work, and I didn't think that it was going to end with a happily ever after.
But you gave it your all because that's who you are.
Yeah.
And we watched him give it his all.
Yeah. That's why America fell in love with you, and so did the producers of the show, because they decided to give you your own show.
Because of the overwhelming response from hundreds of fans wanting to date you.
Now you and Vanessa both are the stars of Married at First Sight Second Chances. We're so excited for this new season. We're going to talk all about that, but first we have an exclusive clip from Married at First Sight Second Chances on FYI. Let's take a look.
Just gonna wrap around the building.
That's so insane. I see everyone lined up. I had countless women, and I said, man, like, this is a moment you're gonna tell over and over and over again for the rest of your life.
First thing that caught my eye about David is he has a really gorgeous smile.
He seems like a really nice person, very genuine.
He's everything I like. You know, he has light hair, light eyes, and he's tall.
I don't know, I could just definitely see us together.
So let's say you're getting married at first sight. They're walking down the aisle, and it's like the exact opposite of what you envisioned.
I would still give it all I got, because, you know, maybe we can make it work.
You guys all look amazing. I'm like the luckiest guy in the world.
Okay, so spoiler alert, I did get a kiss this time.
You did get a kiss!
I got a kiss, yeah.
The first night?
No.
Yes, how soon?
Oh, man, you gotta you know what? I did kiss. I kissed a couple people. It was a big step, because if you remember Married at First Sight, there was no kissing. So
what was that like? Because I went through the same thing on The Bachelor. I remember just being like, oh gosh, this is weird. There's like multiple guys, and I'm kissing multiple guys. What was that like for you?
I did my best to try to treat, and I told all the women, I said, listen, the time I get to spend with you, that time's golden. It's just our time. I'm not gonna compare relationships. So that's what I had to remind myself, because I had to give each relationship an opportunity to grow. So even though I may have kissed this one girl, and it was a great kiss, who's to say that this next kiss won't be better, or I shouldn't let that affect the other relationships, because all these girls are awesome. Any one of them could be the one, and there are some very difficult decisions, and I tried my best not to get caught up in a single relationship, but they treat them individually from each other.
Another thing that I think is super cool about Married at First Sight Second Chances is it's all local people, right? So it's not like it's all the women were from near or in or around Atlanta, correct?
Yeah, so it better work, or else I have nowhere else to date.
I know, if it doesn't work, you gotta move.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move if it doesn't work.
You gotta move back home.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to Buffalo.
Yeah.
But the thing is, on The Bachelor and Bachelorette, sometimes one of the big issues is when the show is over, the contestants then have to make huge moves. Like, for example, a lot of people think on this season of The Bachelor that Vanessa and Nick might end up together. But there's also a lot of talk saying she doesn't want to leave Montreal and he doesn't want to leave LA, so how are they going to make it work? What's great about your show is that you don't have to worry about that. You guys are already both living in Atlanta.
Exactly. It makes it so easy.
Did you know any of the girls that showed up? Like, wouldn't it be likely that you knew somebody?
Watch. Watch. Atlanta. I will say Atlanta is one of the biggest small cities in the world. Everyone's connected in some way. You'll meet people, and it's a small city in a lot of ways.
Okay, and now we have a new Bachelorette.
Amazing.
We're so excited about her. This is a historic Bachelorette, and it is Rachel. And she was just announced.
Oh my gosh, I hear the second line. Do you hear that? Have you ever done a second line? Second line is like a band of people that are dancing in the street. Usually it's to celebrate something. And immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, this is for us. They're celebrating us. And I'm like lost in the moment completely.
She's so cute. Carrie, what do you think about her being cast as the new Bachelorette?
I absolutely love it. I think it's going to be amazing. And this is groundbreaking. I mean, it's historical.
David, what did you think when you found out she was the Bachelorette?
Well, I was disappointed. I wanted her to win. That's what I was pulling for. So, but I'm so happy for her.
We saw on the Hometown episode that, there was a lot of talk about the fact that they were an interracial couple. And some people were like, oh, we shouldn't focus on that. But we kind of should.
Absolutely.
It's important to have these discussions, because if you just don't talk about it, like I think, Rachel's mom, who's so lovely, wasn't she the sweetest?
Great.
She even said, like, okay, yeah, but like we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Right.
Like, have you
Right.
dated a black woman before?
Right.
And, I think it is an important conversation for people in this country to be having right now. All right, with the big reveal of the new Bachelorette Rachel, we're actually going to talk with one of my very good friends and the OG Bachelorette, Trista Sutter. Hey, Trista.
Hi.
How are you? How's life?
Life is good. Just living the dream.
Living the dream, you and Ryan. We're going to talk about you and Ryan in a second, but we just found out we have a new Bachelorette, Rachel. I know, are you so excited? What were your thoughts when you found out?
I think she is perfect. Number one, she's intelligent. She's willing to be vulnerable. She is gorgeous. It seems like she has great family values. All of the things that I feel like you really need when it comes to being the Bachelorette in order for it to be successful.
Yeah, obviously I'm all those things, so no. And you, duh, no. But no, you're so right. She's so incredible. I'm really excited for her. And it is historic, you know, like it's not about the fact that she is the first Black Bachelorette, but I think that's awesome. You know, I think that's something to be celebrated and excited about.
I agree. I love it. It's going to be a really interesting season, and I'm just so excited for her. I mean, she has been Ryan's favorite from the first episode, so he's really excited for it too.
What do you think about Nick's season? Who do you think he's gonna end up with?
Well, I mean, I think Vanessa, I feel like she's my top. I mean, the chemistry between Vanessa and Nick is undeniable.
You and Ryan, you guys have been married 10 plus years, right?
14.
Oh my gosh, 14 years. That is incredible. I know, that deserves a round of applause for sure. When you guys first got together, because a lot of people are saying if he does end up with Vanessa, their distance, like she's not going to want to move to the US and he's not going to want to move to Canada.
Right.
How did you and Ryan make that decision?
Honestly, because I wanted to put my relationship first, I made the move because Ryan is, if you know him, and you do, he is a true mountain man. I mean, he is outside all the time, still a firefighter. So I think it was just a matter of
you made a sacrifice.
Me making that choice, and maybe she will.
And I love that you said all that stuff about Ryan. I know that he loves all that stuff so much, and he actually has a blog about that stuff, right?
He just started, thank you. It's called The Hero's Handbook, and it's basically like lifestyle, outdoor stuff, life as a dad, working as a firefighter. It's all about bravery and kindness. That is him in essence.
Yes, we're so excited for him and you guys. And Trista, thank you so much for calling in. It's so good to see your beautiful face.
Thank you. I'm so happy to see you, and nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good luck with your journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
And hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. All right. Bye, Trista.
Bye.
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 So Trista, you know, she was the original Bachelorette, and she paved the way for me, and now the new Bachelorette, Rachel, and everyone's talking about Rachel, including us, right? There's a lot of love buzz going on about Rachel. And all of you had a lot to say about Rachel as the new Bachelorette.
We are so happy to be given the opportunity to talk about the new first Black Bachelorette. I am so excited. They couldn't have picked a better person. They really couldn't. She's smart, she's pretty, adorable, very well-rounded. What I don't understand is what happened on the show, because they look like they were all into each other. I just knew they was gonna be together. I know, but so now the show's not even over, and she already is being represented for a new show. So I don't understand what happened. I know that somebody's gonna start tripping, but guess what? We don't care.
Okay, I'm so pumped for Rachel. She's gonna be so good.
She's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I mean, she's so outgoing, genuine, and it's someone that you want to pull for. I don't think I've met anyone who's like, I hope Rachel doesn't win. No, everyone's pulling for it.
Absolutely.
100%.
Very exciting.
We are all so excited for her. We cannot wait for Rachel. And David, you and Vanessa, we are so excited for you guys too at your second chances at love.
Thank you.
You guys got to tune into that on FYI. And Carrie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you
Reality
for having
TV
me.
with B. We're going to all check that out. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you come back next week for an all-new episode of Love Buzz. Until then, bye.